How's it going, everyone? There has been an unusual visitor in our solar system over the last couple of months. This was an interstellar comet called 3I Atlas, and it hasn't been behaving the way comets usually do, which has even led to some people, including scientists, to speculate that this might be a piece of alien technology and not a comet at all. Well, NASA has given an update this week on its findings on 3I Atlas, and we're going to go through those today. So let's get into that. So first of all, NASA confirms that this is in fact a comet. It looks like a comet and it acts like a comet, so it's completely reasonable to assume that it is a comet, but at the same time, NASA does admit that this comet does not behave the way comets in our solar system do. It doesn't behave the way we've typically observed comets to behave, and this is expected because this is a comet from outside of our solar system. Of all the comets that we have ever observed, there have only been two that are from outside of our solar system, 3I Atlas being one of them. So because it's from a different region of space, it's expected or not surprising that it will have different features. An analogy that I can bring up to help explain this is, let's say someone lives in a northern climate and the only trees they've seen are pine trees and northern tall trees with tall trunks and many branches and many leaves. And one day a palm tree washes up on shore. Well, they would recognize that this is in fact a tree, but at the same time, they would recognize that this tree is very different from the trees that they're used to seeing because it is a tree from a different continent, from a different environment. And so a comet that's from a different solar system that doesn't orbit our sun, but comes from some other star system from far away that has different conditions, well, it's reasonable to see it have different properties than the comets orbiting our sun. It's still very interesting to observe what those different properties are because it tells us what are different star systems like and how are they different from our own. And NASA goes into the details of that as well, and we will go into those details too. NASA does also push back on certain theories, accusations that NASA might see evidence of this object being some form of alien technology without admitting it. And what NASA says is, look, we're very interested in the possibility of life outside of Earth, and we would be very excited about it. And if this was the case, then we definitely would announce it. And to justify what they're saying, they bring up the fact that they did publicize the fact that they found evidence of ancient microbial life on Mars. They didn't hide it. They declared it. They openly admitted this and gave the details. And so they're saying, look, we admitted it about Mars. If we saw signs that this comet was actually a piece of alien technology, we would admit that as well. Now, what I would add to this is there is the fact that when NASA found evidence of ancient microbial life on Mars, they didn't announce it right away, not because they were trying to hide something, but just because of the scientific method. They wanted to have an abundance of evidence such that they could claim that ancient microbial life is the most likely explanation for the evidence they see, rather than just one of the possible explanations. And it actually took years between the first signs of ancient microbial life on Mars and the announcement of that evidence. There was years between that because it took years to analyze the data and gather an abundance of evidence such that we could say that, well, in fact, the most likely explanation is ancient microbial life on Mars, and it's not like it is one of the many explanations, but not a very likely one. So with that in mind, is it possible that NASA sees some suggestion that this comet could be some some form of alien technology, but because it's very little evidence and there's much more evidence pointing to the contrary, NASA won't discuss that unless they see an abundance of evidence, and that abundance of evidence just might not exist or might take much more observation to be possible for it to be possible to see it. Well, theoretically that's possible, although NASA does say that they actually don't see any signs that this is a piece of technology. All of the unusual behavior that they see, yes, it's unusual, but it's unusual with regards to chemical makeup, that sort of thing. It's not a kind of unusual sign which would point to a piece of technology. That's what NASA is saying. Now, what are these unusual things that make this comet so different than what we observe in our solar system? Well, one thing is that the ratio of CO2, carbon dioxide, to water, H2O, is much greater than what we see in comets in the solar system. Comets that we see in our solar system, they have much more water with regards to carbon dioxide than this comet here. So why is that? Well, it could be that 3I Atlas used to have a lot more water, but through some process that it went through, the amount of water was reduced. Or it could just be that it's from a region of space where CO2 is far more abundant and water is not as abundant as it is in our solar system. That could be an explanation as well. And that makes things interesting because, well, maybe other star systems actually have a lot more CO2 than our star system. And that's one of the reasons why it's so interesting to investigate it. Another unusual thing about it is the ratio of nickel to iron. Again, that ratio is far higher. There's far more nickel with respect to iron coming from 3I Atlas than there is from other comets that we've observed. And again, why is that? Maybe it's from a region of space where that kind of ratio is more normal. And so scientists are looking at that as well. And that's what makes this comet so interesting to observe. It helps us study what other star systems might be like. You know, maybe they're not as similar to our solar system as we would expect. There's also indications that 3I Atlas is from a solar system which is older than our own. So we may actually be looking at an object which is older than our own sun. That, of course, would be interesting too. Another thing that NASA points out is that we can observe 3I Atlas much more detailedly than we could observe comets in the past because our observation methods have improved so much over time. There is the new James Webb Telescope, which was launched a few years ago, which allows us to observe many things with a lot more detail, with a lot more information coming in. Now, when the comet was closest to the sun, it was actually on the opposite side of the sun as Earth, which makes it impossible to observe directly from Earth. But we had assets on Mars. We have observation technology on Mars to observe the comet, which we were able to use at that time. And that's actually fascinating that we have set up effectively observation posts on another planet, which allow us to observe things in the solar system from other angles. If it's not possible to observe it from Earth, we can observe it from Mars. So all this talk of, what if humans start settling on Mars or colonize Mars and expand our presence to Mars as well, that's not in the future. That's already happening. Not physical humans, but robots that we send there, but we already have a technological presence on Mars. We already have a robotic presence on Mars that we are already using to our advantage and to do things that cannot be done from Earth. For example, view things that are on the opposite side of the sun as Earth is. So we've already expanded beyond Earth. We're already observing space from other planets, and that is very cool. Now, in terms of how large 3I Atlas is, that's actually pretty difficult to measure. Comets have a nucleus, and then there's a lot of dust around it. But the best estimates that NASA has right now in terms of the diameter of the nucleus of 3I Atlas is from 1,000 feet to a couple miles in terms of its diameter. And why it's called 3I Atlas? Well, the 3I is because it's the third interstellar object that we've observed. It doesn't mean that suddenly these interstellar objects are coming now. It could just mean that, well, now that our observation technology has improved, we are observing interstellar objects more often, or we are detecting that objects are in fact interstellar more often. Now, in terms of the other interstellar objects that have been observed in our solar system, the first one was in 2017, and that was 1I Oumuamua. 1I because it's the first interstellar object observed. And that was an asteroid, but it was a very unusual shape for an asteroid. It was very long. It was an elongated asteroid. Some described it as a kind of a long pancake shape. And because that was an unusual shape for it, there was also speculation, well, what if that was some piece of technology and not just a natural formation that has this unusual shape? The second one was 2I Borisov, and that was in 2019, and that one was a comet, and it was pretty similar to the kind of comets that we observe in our solar system. So imagine you're on a continent with pine trees, and a tree from another continent washes up on shore, and it's also a pine tree. Okay, not surprising. That could happen. And then, of course, we have 3I Atlas, which is moving through the solar system right now, and lots of attention on it because of the things described. The CO2 to water ratio that's unusual, the nickel to iron ratio that is also unusual. And another thing described about it that's unusual is the polarization of light. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of what it means, of light's polarization, but just the light coming from it is unusual in a certain way. And what NASA's looking into is whether that has to do with the dust surrounding the comet, because it could be the way the light is interacting with the dust, which is causing the unusual polarization that we see. Now, with regards to the jets coming out of the comet, there's these jets of gases that shoot out of comets, and including out of this comet as well. There's been some speculation about unusual patterns with regards to how these jets of gases shoot out. Now, when I say patterns, I don't mean it's a regular pattern. I just mean that there have been some speculations that there's unusual behavior to the jets. And NASA's saying that they need more time to study that. They just don't have enough data yet, but they're continuing to observe 3I Atlas to see what they can conclude about these jets. There's also some speculation that the comet might have broken up into different pieces. NASA is also looking into that. That's also going to take time to assess. And then there's the idea of non-gravitational acceleration. So when we watch a body move through space, it's affected by gravity of the planets and the stars, other objects around it. And so you can predict what path it will take, what acceleration it will have when. Non-gravitational acceleration is when a body experiences acceleration that is not only caused by gravity. It can't just be explained by gravity. For example, an engine, or for example, one of those jets of gases shooting out. It works as if as a rocket engine would work. You have mass shooting out in one direction by Newton's third law of motion. That creates an opposite force in the opposite direction. And so you get non-gravitational acceleration in that manner. So 3I Atlas has been experiencing non-gravitational acceleration, but what NASA's saying is that the levels of non-gravitational acceleration that it's experiencing is on par with what we see typically from other comets. So it's not really something surprising, and it's not something that should cause people to conclude, oh, what if it actually has an artificial engine or something like that. And that was pretty much all of NASA's update. So the general theme is that, yes, it is a comet. It looks like a comet. It acts like a comet. Yes, it does have some unusual characteristics, but these characteristics are not surprising because it's not a comet that orbits our sun. It's from a different star system, which may have different conditions, and so this comet can have different properties. Now, that makes it very interesting because studying it can help us study what conditions are like in different star systems. And at the moment, there's no evidence suggesting that this is some piece of technology. That's what NASA's saying. They're saying the unusual behaviors that they see can be simply explained from it being a different type of comet from a different region of space. So As more information about 3i Atlas comes out, then I can give more updates if something particularly interesting comes out. Let me know if you want to hear more and the details of what you'd like to hear more about. And until next time, enjoy.